e-commerce expansion myths blasted. Successful cross-border expansion help. Listen to the show to hear how one UK company is helping e-commerce sellers successfully expand into Europe and double their profits. Hosted by Andy Hooper of Global E-commerce Experts.
Right then, so we are going to go for it and talk about Amazon Netherlands, because Amazon Netherlands is a great opportunity that started out. It's just opened up. I'm going to go through it. We're not going to be on for very long because it's really quick, it's really simple, but I want to give you all the right information so you know where you are and what you need to do to expand. So, for those that don't know, my name's Andy Hooper. I'm today's presenter. This is part of our successful EU expansion webinar series, and we're going to be coming up to Q2 very shortly, and we've planned that today, and we've got some absolutely amazing webinars for you that are going to be coming up. So hopefully you'll all have the opportunity to go on and hear about those. And then for those, we're going to get really into the nitty-gritty about pay-per-click. I'm looking at what we've got up here: listing optimization, enhanced brand content, social traffic, Shopify stores, looking into the data, business reports, and understanding how everything's going to work. So we've got a great opportunity coming up as well, and we're going to get all that information to you very, very shortly. But that'll be part of the webinar series in Q2. So let's get on with the agenda. So we're going to talk about Amazon Netherlands. Then we're going to move on to the fulfillment options. And then we're going to move on to the VAT obligations that you might need to be aware of. And then some additional information at the end. So without much more ado, the Amazon markets. The Amazon marketplace is 512 million people, which is a huge number of people. Now, you've got the UK and Germany, which take about 2/3 of that. But you've also got France, Italy, Spain, and now the Netherlands. Absolutely amazing to have Netherlands as part of that. Now, obviously, Netherlands has been part of that for a very long time already, but they've just been selling books. So now they've moved on to full scale, the whole marketplace for everyone to get involved in, which is absolutely fantastic for the majority of our sellers who don't just sell books. So let's start off with the Netherlands to start off with. It's a new marketplace, absolutely amazing. You can see on here, you know, the usual sort of things that are available. Now, clearly this wording is all in Dutch because the people in the Netherlands want to see Dutch writing, clearly. Yeah, that's what they're looking for when they do that. Obviously, there's a Google Translate process that you can go through to see that and read that in your own native language, wherever you're calling from. There's a few things you need to be aware of. Fulfillment. Where are the goods fulfilled from? Can you get Prime there? And where does your VAT stand? So let's cover those off first. The first thing, let's start with the VAT. I appreciate I'll probably put that in the wrong order, but VAT, you pay VAT in the country from which you fulfill from, unless you've reached the distance selling threshold. Now, fulfillment-wise, the good news is that there's going to be no warehouses at present, Amazon warehouses in the Netherlands. So you will be able to get Prime if you are fulfilling in under the Pan EU program from Germany, France, and a number of different places. Because what they'll be able to do is they'll ship your products from those warehouses directly into the Netherlands. So that's a fantastic opportunity. But you're only going to be able to get that really if you're on a Pan EU program. If you are doing merchant fulfilled from the UK, you won't be able to get Prime. If you are doing fulfillment from Germany, I'm not sure you're going to be able to get it unless you're on the Pan EU program. There is a chance that if you are underneath the Prime program and you are fulfilling just in Germany, you probably will be able to get Prime in Netherlands as well. We're waiting to see how all that pans out because no official notice has come from Amazon on that. But you can get Prime if you are on Pan EU program. You should be able to get Prime if you're fulfilling from Germany and possibly France as well. So, new marketplace, you can fulfill to the Netherlands, you can get Prime, and you need to be VAT registered if you reach the distance selling threshold, which most of you may start to do, but you probably haven't at the moment. So the distance selling threshold at the moment is 35,000 euros that you can fulfill from one country into the other. When you've reached that threshold, you will need to be VAT registered. But to start off with, you won't because you're not fulfilling in the Netherlands, okay? And that's absolutely crucial. So great opportunity for everyone. And that's pretty much the basics covered. Now, I know that most of you are probably going to want a little bit more nuts, bolts. How do we actually do that? So a couple of things I've just touched on: European Fulfillment Network. You can fulfill from the UK into those other countries, just what I've just said. We actually did a great webinar on the difference between European Fulfillment Network and the Pan EU program last week. So if you want to catch up on that, there's a podcast on that you'll be able to go back and listen to. But it's good to just understand what those differences are, because what you'll find is that the differences between the programs, I mean, whether you can fulfill into the Netherlands, and you can actually see the Pan EU program. Actually, the Netherlands is actually missing from that at the moment, because that's actually an old picture. So actually now you will be able to do Pan EU and fulfill into that country. You're just not going to be need to be VAT registered in that, which actually is amazing. Okay, so Amazon Netherlands. So set up. How do you need to set this up? Well, actually, it's really straightforward. If you've already got your products in the EU and you're already selling those products, it's really straightforward and easy for you to be able to do that. So there's a couple of different ways of doing this, but here's our easiest way. You will more than likely have a spreadsheet with all your ASINs in. Okay, so go to Amazon Seller Central, go to catalog, hit the catalog button, and go to add products. Okay, now what you're going to find, I'm going to see if I can annotate here to really get clever. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that or not. Let's stick with draw a line. And what you're going to be able to do, hopefully you can see that line. And what you're going to be able to do is upgrade multiple items or add a file. So you can use that. And what you'll find on that is that you will be able to upload all your ASINs. You upload your ASINs, plug them in, and basically it will just do them straight into the Netherlands for you. It literally is simple as that. If you've got 3 or 4 products, just take the ASIN, cut and paste it into the bar, press enter, it'll find it, job done. Really, really easy. It's not difficult and anyone can do it. So that's the setup. You basically do that, you get that set up. Now, you may need to tweak your listings. Now, when I say come to tweak your listings, there's 2 things. You're going to need to look at the keywords and you're going to need to look at the listing. So in the keywords, you're going to need to make sure they're in Dutch. The listing needs to be in Dutch. Like, it's really straightforward, but you're going to need to make sure that your translations are in the, you've translated your keywords and your listings. If you've not done that, I would suggest you go and do that. At the very basic level, you need to do that in Google Translate. If you have A+ content, enhanced brand content and trademarks, at this point, you're going to be able to set up your store and then translate that as well. Absolutely crucial to make your store stand out. You're going to need the A+ content if you've got that available to you. Don't hold back on that. Really do as much as you can to get as much information out. Just try and copy what you've already got in the other marketplaces and just replicate that. So really, really simple. Take your ASIN, put it into the system. It will find your product and it will just link them. Like, it literally is as straightforward and as easy as that. There's no excuse. Google Translate to start off with and get the product selling, and then start watching them to sell and watching them grow. So add the ASIN, make sure you translate it, look at the keywords and the listings, make sure the pricing's right, and you're good to go. Simple as that. So that's it. Simple, easy. Hold on, have I gone? I feel like I'm missing a slide. No, that literally is it. Amazon Netherlands, massive opportunity. Put the list, get your listings set up, translate your products, and you're good to go. You know, it's a massive opportunity for sellers to have an additional marketplace in native tongue. What we find is that when you have a listing and you have it in the native tongue, sales increase. Okay, so what you'll find is that, I guess, over time that will slowly increase. More and more marketplaces will pop up in those languages so they can get them in the native tongue. So questions coming: is the Netherlands now officially part of the Pan EU program? Well, the answer is whether it's actually officially part of it, but if you're on the Pan EU program, you will be able to fulfill directly into the Netherlands underneath your prime status. You won't need to be VAT registered in that country because there's no warehouses, unless you've reached the distance selling threshold. And that's the caveat of that. So is it part of it? We haven't had an official word from Amazon that says, you know, Netherlands now sits under this, this, and this. However, logically, you know, the Netherlands basically is in the EU. Therefore, if you're on Piney, you're going to be able to get products delivered to that location. So quite right. There's no active fulfillment center there yet. Yeah, totally, exactly that. There's no active fulfillment center yet. Whether that happens in time, I suspect it will, but we haven't been told that there's a time frame for that. To be fair, we didn't have a time frame for when Netherlands was going to go live. We all thought that was going to be at the end of, or at least in Q2, but it's happened really, really early, and we're good to go. So yes, part of Pan EU, if you're on Pan EU, it's straightforward to get set up. No fulfillment center there yet, so you don't have a VAT obligation until you've sold 35,000 euros to that country. So hopefully that answers that for you. Okay, so I'm going to open up the floor for further questions if anyone's got any. Netherlands, all I can say, great opportunity, get your listings there. You're already on the marketplace. I mean, to be fair, actually, if you haven't got your listing set up in the other, if you're in the UK, but you haven't done it in Germany, France, Italy, and Spain, I would just do it for all of them at the same time, because there will be some people out there that haven't actually done that yet, and that's an opportunity you're missing. So please go ahead and do that. So any more further questions, just keep putting them through. My recommendations, number one, launch in Netherlands. Number two, translate the listings, keywords, and everything else to optimize it. And thirdly, just start selling. What I'm going to say is, if you need support with the translations, then please get in touch with us and we can help you with the translations. Really, really straightforward. In the next slide or a couple of slides, I'm going to give you our contact details and you'll be able to find the information of where to go. Straightforward and easy. Launch in Netherlands, add the ASINs, translate your listings, start selling. It's good as go. So there we go. So that's really easy. How long does the registration process take? I'm presuming you mean registration for Netherlands on Amazon is instant. It's already open and available in people's seller centrals, and all they need to do is tick the button, say go, and then add the ASINs. Literally as simple and as easy as that. Contact, if you need help with your translations, get in contact with us, support@globalecomexperts.com. But in a nutshell, go out, sign up to Netherlands, put your ASINs in, sync it over and translate it. Google Translate at the very least. Once you've done that, native tongue translations, get in touch and we can support you with that. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you all have an amazing day and I look forward to working with you all in the future. If there's no further questions, I'm going to leave you with it. Thank you. So any further questions, keep firing them through, please, and I'll do my best to answer those. What I do want to say is just while I've got you, we were supposed to be at Prosper and ASD show in Vegas next week. Obviously, for understandable circumstances, that's no longer happening. So what we have done is we pulled a day of education together where we hope we're going to be able to support you, to give you a little bit of information, to support you and a bit of education throughout the day. So these are all times in Pacific time. We're doing it from 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK through to the evening. So we've got some really great presenters on. We've got Joel, who's going to be talking about ads. We've got me, who's going to be talking about expansion. We've got First Choice talking about shipping. We've got Pioneer talking about the data they're seeing with payments. We've got Jerome talking about Vendor Central. We've got Robin talking about maximizing your opportunities. We've got Monica talking about how to set up a how to get your kids set up and using and working on e-commerce. We've then got Steve Simonson sourcing at scale, and then we've got Jeff Cohen as well. So we've got some absolutely amazing speakers that are going to come in. It's absolutely free. In the email after this, we're going to send you a link where you can sign up. But basically, we've got a day of education for you that's absolutely free. We realised a lot of people couldn't get to ASD and Prosper, so we've put on our own thing. We've got some amazing people that are going to come in. It'll be half an hour to 40 minutes per person, where they're going to be doing a presentation, so to speak, a webinar, and then some questions at the end. And I'll be asking the questions, you can ask the questions, because I've got some questions that I want to ask some of these people as well, because we've got some great, absolutely amazing e-commerce sellers and educators that can really help us. So we've got that coming up. Please, please, please get involved in that if you'd like to be involved. As I say, the link will come round. It'll probably be on Facebook later as well.